It was early afternoon when Karen from the HOA made her latest misguided attempt to assert control, this time targeting my ranch pool. I had spent weeks preparing for a private summer event, with security measures, guest lists, and schedules all meticulously planned. But of course, Karen had other ideas. She stormed onto the property, clipboard in hand, ready to argue that I had somehow violated regulations by closing the pool temporarily for maintenance. I spotted her from the porch, waving at the security team and gesturing wildly. "Dad, she's at it again!" my daughter shouted, alarmed but not surprised. I walked calmly toward the gate, every step deliberate. Karen's expression shifted from smug satisfaction to confusion when she realized I wasn't reacting emotionally. "This is outrageous," she shouted. "You can't just—" I raised a hand. "Karen, the pool is on private property. Closing it for maintenance or safety is my decision. You have no authority here. Any interference is trespassing and could result in fines, legal action, and, if necessary, arrest." Her eyes narrowed, but she didn't realize the true stakes. I had recently completed a full risk assessment of the property, including insurance, maintenance schedules, and legal protections. Closing the pool wasn't just about safety. It was tied to a $2.5 million fine trigger in the event of unauthorized entry or liability claims. By attempting to override me, Karen had unknowingly put herself at the center of potential legal exposure. She stomped toward the gate, waving her papers. "I'm calling the HOA. They'll—" I interrupted, gesturing toward the security cameras. "Call if you must. Every step you take is recorded. Every interaction is documented. You've already violated private property rules by trespassing. Now step back or face the consequences." Panic flickered across her face. For the first time, Karen realized that her entitlement had collided with preparation, documentation, and legal authority. The $2.5 million liability wasn't hypothetical. It was an active mechanism protecting the property and those authorized to use it. Any attempt to bypass the rules could result in immediate legal action against her personally. Minutes later, the local sheriff arrived, already notified by the security system. Karen tried to argue, but the authorities had all the evidence: surveillance footage, timestamps, and my documented decision to close the pool. Her protests fell flat, and she was escorted off the property, muttering complaints that would echo as whispers of failure in the HOA for weeks. With Karen gone, I resumed preparations for the pool area. Contractors arrived to complete maintenance, the water shimmered under the late afternoon sun, and guests were able to enjoy the property safely, unaware of the chaos that had nearly disrupted the event. The security team monitored the perimeter, ensuring that no further interruptions occurred. Later, I sent a detailed report to the HOA, outlining Karen's trespass, the attempted interference, and the legal protections surrounding the pool closure. The HOA had no choice but to reprimand her formally. Her reputation suffered once again, and the neighborhood began to understand the true extent of the authority she had been challenging. My authority, backed by law, preparation, and foresight. By evening, the ranch settled into a calm routine. The pool reflected the orange glow of the sunset. The bulls grazed quietly in the distance, and I walked along the perimeter, inspecting fences, cameras, and gates. Karen's audacity had been neutralized, her overreach firmly documented, and her influence diminished. As the stars appeared in the sky, I reflected on the day's events. Trespassers, particularly those fueled by entitlement and HOA authority, would find that on my ranch boundaries were absolute. Interference wasn't just futile, it was dangerous, costly, and thoroughly recorded. Karen had learned yet another lesson. Challenging ownership and preparation on my land comes with consequences far beyond what she could imagine.